Hello there, this is David from David Books and Comics, and today I thought I'd show you some pickups from recent pickups from our local thrift store. And this is a recent find, but beautiful copies of Volume 1 and Volume 2 of A Treasury of Science Fiction, edited by Anthony Boucher, or Boucher, or Boucher. I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyway, so we'll go to the stories of Volume 1. Now, when I was looking through it, it says 4 full-length novels, 12 novelettes, and 8 short stories by some of the greats of science fiction. And we'll go look through that. Nice introduction by Anthony Boucher. And we have a short story, the first one, Before the Curtain. I think that's the short story. Is that a short story or is that an introduction? That's an introduction. And then we have a novel, Rebirth, by John Wyndham. The Shape of Things That Came. And that's a short story. And we have Ray Bradbury's Pillar of Fire. Robert A. Heinlein. We have Waldo, that's a novella, I think. Philip K. Dick, The Father Thing, short story. And then we have C.L. Moore and Henry Kuttner's The Children's Hour. Gomez by C.M. Kornbluth. And The Widget, The Wadget, and Boff by Theodore Sturgeon. Sandra by George P. Eliot. Beyond Space and Time by Joel Townsley Rogers. And then we have The Martian Crown Jewels by Poul Anderson. And this is a novel, The Weapon Shops of Isher by E. Van Vogt. So there you go. It's a beautiful, almost near mint. Surprised to find this. And you can look through the... I don't think it's ever been read. To the shame whoever owned it before. Anyway, so that's that one. That's Volume 1. And Volume 2. And this is four full-length novels, 12 novelettes, and 8 short stories. I think it's between the 2 volumes. Yeah, it's between the 2 volumes. Gotta be. So we have Brainwave by Poul Anderson. That's a novel. Bullard Reflects by Malcolm Jameson. That's a short story. Oscar Lewis, The Lost Years. Dead Center by Judith Merrill. Judith Merrill, by the way, there's the science fiction library on College Street here in the city is dedicated. It's called the Judith Merrill Science Fiction Collection. And she lived here in Toronto. And we have Lost Art by George O. Smith. And we have The Other Side of the Sky, Arthur C. Clarke. The Man Who Sold the Moon. That's Robert A. Heinlein. And it looks like a novella-sized book. Maybe not, maybe a short novel. A.B. White, The Morning of the Day They Did It, 322. Piggy Bank by Henry Kuttner. Letters from Laura. Mildred Gingerman and Alfred Bester. There you go. The Star's My Destination. Tiger, Tiger. All right, so that's that. One of the greats of the great science fiction writers. That was a steal. That was a surprise find anyway. And then I found this. I believe that's the first American edition of Jack of Eagles by James Blish. And and it says Corwin book, and it's dedicated to Henry Kuttner. Copyright is 1952 by Greenberg, publisher. Published in New York by Greenberg, and published simultaneously in Toronto by Ambassador Books. Alright, so that's that. Was that for a surprise find? Anyway, James Blish, one of the great critics of science fiction, starting back in the 50s. So that's that. And this beautiful, this is a book club edition. Love Unpretentious book club editions for their covers and lack of blur, but look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Anyway, so that's Where the Time Winds Blow by Robert Holdstock. And I do have a video on Holdstock, mainly his Sword and Sorcery. He did the Raven Sword and Sorcery stories. And at the end of this video, I will put a link to that. But I also put a link to Steve Andrews' Outlaw Bookseller website, because he recommended this writer in the Faber edition. And I'll show you another that he recommended. And if you look here, it says originally published in Great Britain in 1981 by Faber and Faber. And this pocketbook hardcover was copyright 1981. I don't think there is this is actually the first hardcover edition. This book club edition is the first hardcover edition, I think, of Where the Time Winds Blow, because I think it was first released as a paperback. And Holdstock, of course, went on to write his Mathago Wood series, and I have a video on the Raven series, that, and I'm looking to find some of the Berserker books, which are the hardest things to find nowadays. But anyway, that's from the thrift shop, believe it or not. And this is one I've had for years. This is a pocketbook edition of Earthwind. See, pocketbook. That's how this came out. It was never released as a hardcover, I think, here in North America. All right. So that's that. I like Holdstock's writing, his style of writing. And I'll show you another one that I found. This is a book club edition called Triplicity by Thomas M. Dish. And it's, again, one of these unpretentious book club editions. What does it have? It has Echo Round His Bones. Just flip it over. Echo Round His Bones, The Genocides, and the Puppies of Terra. And there you go, copyrights. These are his three of his earliest novels. So I was happy to find that. Yeah, so there you go. And that's in the thrift store. And there was more, and there was some older stuff, but not ones that would catch my interest. Anyway, you never know what you find in these places. So I hope you like this little video presentation on some beautiful covers. Beautiful covers of stuff that I picked up at the local thrift store. And if you did, just remember to give me that thumbs up, the like, and the subscriptions are growing and they're being well monitored. And as always, feel free to make your comments. They're always appreciated. All right, thanks. Bye.